What's up, y'all? It's Blaze. I'm back, and this time we're going to be doing some Emu Sim gameplay. I know I'm a little bit late to the party on this one. OP13's been going for a while, but you know how it is. Life's a little crazy, and I just want to get into the habit of, making some actual gameplay videos. So here we go. If you want to see the list, this is the list right here. It's pretty standard. I am running 4 of every event, 1 of the GARP events, and then I have 1 VV tucked in. I like this card. I actually like it more than Charlos. I kind of want to get rid of Charlos. But it's good in the mirror, so yep, this is what I got. So we're going to be playing some ranked sim, and boom, what do we got? We got Roger. I have lost die roll, as I always do. We will take the empty throne. And this is a pretty good starting hand, so we're going to keep this. Oh, they chose to go first? Okay. Is that good for them? I'm not really sure. So let's open up. We'll play Saint Sharia, and we'll search the top 3. Taking Nostro, and we will discard the other stage. Then activate lead effect to draw another one. And then we'll peek top 3 with a event and pass turn. So that's a great combo because it gets us 7 in the trash immediately on turn 1, which is obviously a really good spot to be in. So he's just going to swing big at us. We're going to take that. Oh my goodness, we get a trigger. We like that. We'll take the event off the trigger. Very nice, very nice. We're in a pretty good spot right now. We're just going to go ahead and swing 5 at him. He will probably take it. Oh, or not. That's fine. Not a problem at all. Let's go ahead and cycle one of these Nostros. And then we'll tap the stage, which allows us to tap 3 to play out a 5 Elders of an equal amount to the Dawn we have on the field. So right now we have 4 Dawn. Okay, this is not great. This is not what you want to see. 3 5 Elders clumped together in a row. Pretty unfortunate. So these 2 are both going to end up bottom decked. We don't love that. We will put the event on top. But hopefully we run into a second one. And we can kind of recover from that rough shuffle there. But that's pretty bad. That's definitely, like, we want to see at least 2 or 3 of these every game pretty much. So yeah, definitely not ideal here. We will toss an event to get out of that 7K. And then what we really need right now is a removal for this, because this is going to turn into a 6K soon. So we'll play another Sharia. We do find our removal. That's nice. I think we can pitch Charlos since we have another blocker here. Get rid of that, and we will go a little bit hand negative this turn to do this, but I think it's okay. We will... I think we want to keep our events. So, well, see, what do we have in trash? We got... I think we're actually fine pitching Saturn. And then we will be able to swing 2 5s at him. And have 2 Dawn up for our defensive events here. Let's see how he reacts to this. He's not going to counter again, is he? Okay. He's countering again. We'll swing another 5. Alright, he takes that one. I think he really wants to get up to 10 Dawn on Roger with as much life as possible, which makes sense. I haven't played this matchup a ton, but I think being a 7K base leader with, 4 life still there is definitely really strong. It is taking a toll on his hand advantage, though, for sure. I think we... Do we want to keep... Well, so we got Nostro to apply pressure. I think we go ahead and we just block out of this one. We're up to 8 now. 5 in hand. I think now we probably want to start pressuring a little harder. So we'll start off swinging a 5. And then I think we go 7... 7, 7. Alright, so he is going to counter out of that. Well, you know what we could do is we could trash this to get to 19 to be able to have 6k base on our leader to keep 2 Dawn open. So I think what we're going to do... Now, do we want to do that or do we want to keep the board up? I feel like right now it's probably better to force him to have to swing into my board a little more. So I think we can actually afford to drop this Shirahoshi. So I'm going to cycle that out. Oh, look at that. We drew into Elders. That's fantastic. So now we will swing 7 here. This will force either using this 1 Dawn for something or for him to give us 2 cards, which when he's at 4 in hand, that's pretty bad. Or he has to take life, which we really want him to be taking life right now because he's going to go to being a 7k base leader next turn. And that's really, like, very oppressive because he's also going to start boosting his power and he's going to turn into like a 9k leader pretty quickly. So now we are going to drop our Nostro here, and we're going to swing another 7 at his face. He's going to event out of this. Yep. And then we can pass turn. We got 2 bodies on the board that if he doesn't deal with, both have the potential to be 7k swings at him next turn. Okay, so he's not super worried about that because he just dropped a new gate to go up to 9k base, which is pretty tough to deal with for us. So we are just going to take this hit, actually. Yeah, I don't know why he's not passing turn. Okay, there we go. So we're dealing with a 9k base leader. I feel like we kind of don't want to play 10 cost yet because we want to get value off these. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to search. Ah, yeah, see, this is what we want. We actually want to play Peter out of hand in this matchup, I think. And I am going to toss the Mars here. And then we will delete this. Tap empty throne. We'll get up to 7k base. So now swinging into 9, it's 7, 7. Or 7 plus 2 plus 2. So we'll be able to go double 9s at him here. And then we'll be able to have 2 up for our events. And then that really does kind of force him to start caring about this board here. Because he's going to actually have stuff that can swing into his base power already set up going into the next turn. So it's going to be a little more difficult for him to just play stuff out and ignore these bodies. And we do want him to swing at the bodies. Because we only have 2 life. And it's going to be a lot of really big stuff swinging from here on out for the rest of the game. Okay. We got a Rayleigh and we got a Shanks. So this has Rush, so it's going to be 8, 9, 10. Which is definitely scary. He drew a Buggy. Has he searched at all the rest of this game? I don't think he's had much searching. No. All right, yep, so we got 8K coming out of Nostro here. We are going to use a never existed event to block out of this to force him to swing at it again, because he really can't afford to just leave this guy standing. Yeah, so we will once again use an event and then counter out 1K. So this will force all his swings into the Nostra, because he needs to be really scared of this guy right now. Okay, so that one gets it. And now he's got a pass turn, but I do still have 2 7K swings before I even play my 10 cost out, right? So that puts him in a pretty precarious position. So what we're going to do is we're going to swing 1 at life. We're going to see how he reacts to this. If he's got Roger in his hand, he's probably fine just letting the life go, right? No, okay, so he doesn't. We're going to swing 7 once again. See what he does. He's countering out of both. Okay, so he's scared right now. So we're going to use leader effect to get this guy off the field. And then we are going to rest 3 with our stage, activate the Elder effect, and we'll pitch Mars to keep all of our events in the hand. We get all of this stuff, and then we'll grab another event to hand. We'll put our blockers up first. I don't think it's worth going hand negative here to get rid of these guys, so we'll do that, and then we'll go ahead and we'll swing. Let's go 7 into 7 here, see if we can get another card. I highly doubt he gives us another card here when he's only got 2 in hand. Oh my god, he's thinking about it? No, okay, yeah. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then I think we go ahead and we pressure 10 into this Whitebeard. See what he does. He's thinking about it. Obviously, getting rid of this is tough. Okay, so he gives us the whole hand. So this is a really good position. We've got 2 Dawn up still. He has no hand anymore. And he's just playing off top decks. So that's a pretty good top deck. But I don't think it necessarily saves him. He wants to get rid of Nostro. Do we give him the Nostro? I think that's fine. I think we just give him the Nostro here. He's going to swing into life. I think that's also fine. I think we just give him the life. So now he has nothing in hand, so we can go 9, 9, 9, 9, 9. And there's basically nothing he can do. He has to take that. Okay, so now we see how does he react to another 9. Does he have to take this as well? Does he counter out? Okay, he counters out. So then we can go 9 again. He has to take this, and then unless he just drew an event, he's dead. I'll take those odds. I think even if he did draw an event, he's dead. Yep. So there we go. Going into some more ranks soon. I was having mic issues earlier. Hopefully they resolved. Okay. This time we got the mirror match. We're going to choose to go second here. And we are going to take the Mary Joie stage. Because in the mirror match, if you take Empty Throne, the Never Existed event allows you to destroy the other stage. I think we're going to mulligan this hand because we don't have any turn 1 searches. This is a worse hand now, so we're off to a pretty bad start here, unfortunately. But hey, you know, gotta go. Hey, there we go. That's what you love to see right there. That's what you love to see right there. We'll drop this into taking the Saturn here. We probably want to pitch Marcus Mars here because I doubt we're going to be able to remove anything. But in the case that we could remove anything if he doesn't get 7 in trash, if we do want to keep it, and we also want to keep this. So this is a really tough choice here. This is one of those things where the choice of what we discard off this search could literally decide the game, because we need to keep this for aggro, we need to keep this to be able to search. I think I'm going to pitch the Shirahoshi here, and we draw into the stage, which is not ideal, but it's something that we can cycle or pitch later. We're going to get swung on for 5. We're going to take this first one. They get to play a Saturn out first. So they are still at 4 in trash, which means we do have a potential future where we could actually punish them. They're at 5 now. So let's go ahead and play the Sharia. Grab Saturn. We're going to pitch the stage. We're going to pitch the Sharia and swing 5. We're going to take that, and then we will drop a Saturn here. In this case, we're going to be bottom decking 2 Nostros, and we don't have one in hand. So I think it's very risky here to take anything that isn't a Nostro. So we will take that, and then... in this case, I actually want to stack Elders on the top because we only have 1 in hand. We don't know how many are in the deck. They do like to hang out in life sometimes. So I think we actually stacked the top there. That might be a misplay. Feel free to correct me on that one. But I feel like in this case, since we don't really know where they are, a lot of the time this mirror can come down to literally 5 cards that you're recycling with needing to get Elders out to to keep your chain going on the Elders loop. So I don't want to be stuck in a position where I need Elders and I don't have it if we do get to looping the deck. Swing another 5 at me. He's at 10 in trash. That means we can go ahead and we can pitch a Mars without any issues. And here we can pitch another Mars without any issues. So we got 2 Saturns. We now have the ability to play 2 Saturns in a row. That is pretty ideal. We're going to swing for board here. Tax hand a little bit. See what we get here. He's thinking. Goes with the Shirahoshi. We definitely play out 2 cents. No, okay. Do we have a Workury in the trash yet? We do not have a Workury in the trash yet. So I think in this case, taking Workury makes the most sense. And then we stack like this so that we have our events on the top. We got 2 2Ks and 2 1Ks here. So we don't need to rely on events too much. We take event here, stack that 2K up at the top. And then, yeah, we'll put the event on the bottom because we're probably not going to be planning for that event. And then, honestly, I think this is one of those rare situations where there's not really much need to pitch. Because one thing you got to remember in the mirror is that this stage is not giving you the benefits of having the 19 in your trash, giving you the 6K base swing. So we're not like trashing to meet a threshold here once we hit that 10. So that Nostro is online, and obviously we're already at 7, so all of the other Elders effects are already online. There's not like a huge motivation to be forced to cycle here if we're already sitting on cards that we want to have in our hand. So I think we go ahead and we just let that happen. Now this, we do want to try and defend our board as much as we can here because we're actually going to drop Shepherd. And we're going to have a bunch of 7K swings. So we'll go ahead and do that. Now everything's 7K. So we're going to go 5K with our leader first. Get a hand tax there. And then we're going to swing into all these blockers. This is going to give him a lot of hand advantage. Okay, he's not blocking out of that one. Drops the Charles. Now, in this case, we want to leave these open because we want to use both of these events, because we're not going to be using events very much for probably the rest of the game. So I'm going to go ahead and cycle our search event. And we have a nice 2K. Alright. So he's giving me a taste of my own medicine here. We're going to have a lot of 7s incoming. We will counter out with events as much as possible. We take this one. Let's see if we get a 1K. Yep. So we can 2K 1K out of something, or we can 1K out of one of these. He's going to start sacking off board here. Probably doesn't want to swing that blocker because I have a really overwhelming board presence here that he has to deal with. It's going to be 6 swings next turn. 1 5K and 5 7Ks. That's pretty scary. So we'll go ahead and start getting rid of his board. He's going to also use all events possible. Go 7 lead here. It's going to take that. We're going to go ahead and drop the 10 cost for 9 since it has the stage -1, which allows us to sack this. We're going to get rid of the event here. Oh my god, I'm missing the Workury. So that's an easy mistake to make with this deck, is I had this Workury in my hand. I actually needed that in the trash, and I forgot that we pulled it earlier. So that's a misplay right there that could cost me the game. We will grab another Nostro. Put these up at the top. Hopefully you can learn from my mistakes on this one. I think we're still fine though, but it's definitely not ideal. Because now we only have 1 blocker established. I think we want to counter this one. And then we'll block the next one, because we're going to get a Nostro swing. He's going to reduce Nostro, and then we're going to have a leader swing. So we're losing at least 1 body. We gotta let this one go. And then we're gonna get a 5K to face. We're gonna expose ourselves as being a dummy here. We're gonna toss the Workury. Start swinging into Nostro. He's gonna give us 2 cards for that. We'll sack this guy. Swing another 7. We've got hand advantage, we've got life advantage. So he really does not want to lose his board advantage here. But they gotta let it go. Yep. Go 7 to face. Alright, they're going to take it. We go 5 elders. We pitch the searcher event. Now we actually have everything in our trash. Okay, so we've looped our deck now. This right here is the elder that we put at the bottom before. So we are going to take that. We've got 18 in the deck total. I think we put this at the bottom now. I don't think we necessarily want 4. They're at 11. I think we want that as the stack. Obviously, we don't trash anything. We go 7 to lead, minus their blocker. If he blocks out with War Curie here, okay, he's not going to block out with War Curie. If they block with War Curie, puts them in a position where, okay, so they're keeping everything up. This usually means they're going to go for game here. That feels a little risky. We'll see, though. They might have enough advantage off me forgetting my blocker before. We will go ahead and 2k, 1k out of this. If they have Nostro in their hand and they just try to push for it, this could be scary, though. I think we're going to take this one. Yep. So now we're going to block with War Curie. It's going to be a bunch of 9s. 5. Yeah, I think this is a Nostro rush play incoming. Block here. Oh, no, we got it. Yep. We're lucky we got away with that. That could have been really bad. That could have been really bad. But that shows you, it's a good example of what not to do, but also the way that we were able to keep the board locked down hard enough and keep our hand and our life advantage enough that they didn't have room for any mistakes there, and we filtered our hand for counter. So that kind of shows you how you can keep advantage in the late game there. All right, let's see what we got this time. Rayleigh. Getting a lot of weird decks. A lot of weird decks. I think we can still just take the throne stage. This is fine. So Rayleigh is one of these decks where you really just kind of want to just not let him establish much board presence. Let's see how this goes. Oh, man. Letting a 5 elders go when we don't have one in hand is rough, but we can just get Saturn, so I feel like it's worth it. And we pitch stage. Oh, look at that. Sharia off rip. Never existed. We take that. I think we just don't really care about Peter in this matchup very much. Okay, so he's got armament hockey and an unblockable event. We get pinged for 5 here. Let's just go ahead and take it. Nice. Take another event. Ping for another 5. Let me just give him Charlos. I don't think we really need Charlos at all. Okay. Immediately trash that. We already have 10 in here, so we got our nice little 1-cost blocker up already. Swing 5 into this buggy. I highly doubt we get a 2-card out of hand counter. Right? Yeah, no way. That'd be a crazy thing to do. Let's take... It's a little bit of a tough choice, honestly. This is going to bottom deck. Actually, we have to take Nostro. We have to take Nostro. Because we can't afford to bottom deck 2. Absolutely no way we can afford to bottom deck 2. Yeah, this is fine. We can event out. Come on, swing your big swing. Observation. Taking another unblockable event. Got it. We're taking a swing from something. I think we just go ahead and event out of this with our little guy. And then what gets dropped here? Shaku? Yeah, so we're taking this next swing here. That's fine. We don't really have an issue taking that. Swing 5 at this, which does replace in hand, which is annoying for us. But then we get to drop our Mars, which we pitch Sharia off of to pop that. And then... Do we need to keep starving him right now? I'm not sure we do. I think we can get our swinging 5 at him. I'll take that. And then we drop the Vivi. We got 2 blockers up. I think this is fine. Good old Ray Ray. This is a really fun deck. I hope people start playing this more again. I haven't seen it in a while. But this is probably my favorite red deck in the game. Really, really well designed deck. Love me some Rayleigh. We'll use our VV here. Oh, that was wrong. I'm sorry. That was just blatantly wrong. That's fine, though. I think we just go ahead, event 1K. Not too worried about losing hand advantage right now, if I'm being honest. Just swing into this. It's very easy for us to just delete his entire board, which kind of sucks for him. I think we just don't really care to do anything else here. 18 in trash. Nostro, Mercury, Peter, Saturn. We got Mars on the field. Yeah, I mean, it's in a pretty bad spot here. You can hit me with an unblockable event. That is a thing you can do, and I cannot really do anything about. Fair enough. And you do have more unblockable events. I know that. Alright. Now we can just start swinging at his life. See if we can fish any 2Ks out, maybe? No, not looking like it. Come on, give me a 2K. Give me one of those events. He is not going to give me an event. Give me an event. He's taken all of them. Okay. Fair enough. Let me grab one of these. Put this at the top. Probably just pitch the other elder here. There's really no need to do anything else. And we just swing another 7. Force some counter out. If there's a way he can get out of this, I really don't know what it is. As somebody who plays a good amount of Rayleigh, I'm not sure what. I guess all rushers. Okay, rechain observation hockeys. Yeah, I mean, you can hit me with unblockable. That is a thing you can do. I'll take it. And then you can counter out of everything, I suppose. Use all your Conqueror's hockeys. -1 me a million times. I'm going to start swinging 8s. And then you got to give me another card. I guess I just swing like 5s here. These are 4s now. Just keep going 5. I mean, yeah. Well, that's GG. Okay, interesting. This is red-green Luffy. And I'm winning all the die rolls here. I like that. I do like winning die rolls. I want to keep this. I really don't want to discard a hand that has Saturn and 10 cost and Mars. Feels pretty strong. Okay, I think we can afford to go ahead and cycle a Workury. There we go. We got our search event. We'll take that. And that's it for this turn. Yeah, never feels good discarding a Saturn. It just feels weird. So this leader is interesting. He gets Dawn X1 on opponent's attack. If you have 5 or less active Dawn, you can rest any number and they all become 2Ks. So the counter potential on this leader is really just crazy. Defensively, very strong leader. Get that first one. Let's go ahead and drop the Saturn first. Okay, so we do not have a Peter in the trash, and we're about to bottom deck too, so I think we have to take the Peter here. Stack Peter to the top. I do not like bottom decking 2 Saturns, but it is what it is. And then I think we'll go ahead and we'll drop this. Probably grab the event and toss the Nostro. And then obviously use lead effect. Draw into the Garp event. We like that. It's a very solid event. Let's see what they do next. Okay, we got more animals coming out. Restand Chopper. Pretty annoying. Let me go ahead and take this. See what we got here. Okay, it's a Sharia. Probably get rid of this one for counter. I'm not sure if we immediately need to search. So we got Workery, we got Nostro. Saturn's on the field. Peter's in the hand. Mars is here. Yeah, I think we can toss it. I think that's fine. And then this one, I think we toss Peter. What's he thinking about? Okay, it's a whiff. We will toss the Peter here. That gets to restand. Now, we really want to get rid of these, but we also really want to get rid of these. So I'm thinking the move here is probably going to be... I think we get rid of both of these, honestly. Do we want to toss Nostro here? Because this could be really helpful. I think we actually toss the event here. We pop this. We swing 5 at this guy. Try to tax out of hand a little bit. And then he's going to block. Yep. And then we will swing a 7 at it. That gets blocked. And I think we are going to cycle this off the field now. We don't need to worry about putting in this matchup, so maintaining a lot of hand advantage is definitely going to help. I may be misplaying into this matchup. I'll be honest. I've only played this matchup, I think, twice. Yeah, it's like twice ever. So this is a double attack character. It's up to 4. Wow, it's a double attack 7k that plays for 2 Dawn. Wait, this card's insane, actually. Damn. Okay, so we're going to take this. We're going to trigger it. We're going to grab Charlos. And then we will... pitch Charles. I'll take this hit and then leader. Alright, 6 going up to 8. I think we can afford to event out of this one. Just gonna leave 2 up. This deck is kind of crazy. Honestly, this deck is kind of crazy. I think we block out of this. These guys all get to restand. That is just friggin' wild. Alright, well, we're dropping Nostro. And we're gonna swing 5 into 3 here. Now he can just tap these 2 Dawn, I believe. Here's Striker. This is Striker, yeah. So you can pretty much get out of this for free. He isn't going to, though. Interesting. And now it's all events. So there's really not much point in swinging at him here, because this just free blocks. Yeah, there's not much point in doing that. So we're just going to keep trashing. And we'll pass turn with nothing on the field. This is a weird one. I feel like we just need all the events. He's probably just going to swing a bunch of 5s, and that is going to majorly suck. I was hoping we would get a 1K. We're actually in a very bad position right now. He may be figuring that out. He might be realizing just what a bad position we're in. Oh, going for the double attack, huh? Okay. So we got to give up both events here for that. And then we're going to get hit by a bunch of 5Ks. And I think we're going down to 0 no matter what. He's probably a little scared to like only have 1 Dawn up, but I think it's worth it for him. Yeah, this is very bad. This is very, very bad. Okay, no Dawn up at all. He's got Jambe. I think we just lose. Drawing the Jambe, I think we just automatically lose, actually. Because all he has to do is just attach Dawn and swing 15, and then we lose the game. But, hey. Give it a shot. Let's see if we can draw more events. No, we don't have more events. Yeah, we just lose this. Yep. Basically, doesn't matter what we do. Yeah, that's GG. That's GG right there. Yikes. Yeah, I feel like this deck's very underrated. I feel like this deck's highly, highly underrated. I think we probably could have played that a little better, but again, it is not really a matchup I'm super familiar with, being honest. Alright, looks like this time we got green Zoro, OP12. We're going to choose to go second here, and we're going to take the empty throne as our stage. Okay, I think we mulligan this hand. Yeah, this is a lot better. It's a lot better already. We want to have a double turn 1 search if possible. This is very nice. I think we probably want to take 5 elders here. And then we'll take an event off this. We can get away with pitching the 2K. Trash our Australia, get 7 into trash, turn 1, and yeah, we're good to go. Alright, so they're gonna do the Zoro combo. It's kind of annoying. I'll take the life. It triggers. We'll take the Sharia. We really don't have much use for Warcury in this matchup because it's just always going to get rested and swung into. So it's honestly just not that useful. Oh, we got another one. Probably going to want to take the event here. Definitely going to pitch the stage. Toss the character. Well, we got to swing into Hiyori. For sure. Always need to clear this Hiyori or it will just sit there giving them all the pieces that they want to see for the whole game. We will drop Saturn. Thinking we pick up... So we already have Warcury in the trash. We already have Peter in the trash. We already have... Okay, so we got all these guys in the trash. That doesn't matter too much. I think we take Peter just to have the 2K in that case. Stack like that and end turn. The Saturn is almost certainly going to get taken out for free by the Zoro. Yep. That's pretty much what we would expect. We can pitch to Sharia. We're going to take the hit from Zoro. Now, thankfully, we don't have any removal protection here. This Zoro is very, very difficult for us to interact with unless we hit it with Mars. So we definitely need to do that. I'm going to go ahead and pitch... I don't think we really need the Garp event particularly badly, so I'm going to pitch that. Yeah, both these guys. We'll go ahead and drop Vivi instead of cycling. Normally you would want to cycle to Mars off the field because the block doesn't really help since the Zoro just swings into it for free. But if we can get 2 blockers up, it kind of changes that. So hopefully this works. Now, he has had a really good game so far, so this definitely could be tough for us. Having Mihawk into Zoro into Tashigi is very, very strong. Okay, so he's resting my Vivi here. This is... not exactly what you want to see. We are going to need to go ahead and burn an event for this. Okay, so he's going to restand. Go ahead and burn another event for this. I do not want to get below 2 life under any circumstance. Alright, we go ahead and block out with Mars here. The VV will get cleared. That's not great, but could be worse. Let's cycle. So we really couldn't find anything good off the cycle. We're just gonna have to make do with events and 2Ks. We could get rid of the Tashigi with the event and then swing into the Mihawk. We then have no events. I think it's probably still worth doing, though. We'll swing 7. Let him think we have 1 event, maybe? Kept their board clear. Only thing he has to swing at us is a 1k here. Zoro doesn't really need that much of a board to go for lethal, though. So we're definitely in kind of a scary spot here until we get to our 10 Dawn turn. Next turn, we will counter out of that, and we're gonna have to take this one. Okay. Obviously, we kill anything and everything that we can. I think we're going to trash the Mars here. And we'll probably want to pick up a Mercury. Stack bottom. If we can stack multiple blockers, that's not bad. Now, I think now we will swing 1/7 at his life. They're going to take this. We're going to trash Saturn off here to put a third blocker down. So now, even if we get hit with the what is the really long event, the Dead Man's Game event, or like a Tashigi, we should be okay. Or Kuina potentially, we should be okay because we got 3 blockers, 2 Dawn. Pretty much no matter what, we can at least defend our last life. I think the only combo that would get through this would be even double Dead Man's Game isn't gonna do it. I think we're good. Okay. I get the 10 Shanks. This gives us the opportunity to block twice. Which lets us draw 2. That's very good for us. Definitely want that. I'm gonna swing some 7s here. Hopefully get cards out of hand. Yup. That's good. We don't actually want him to take this life. We want him to defend these, because the more life he takes, the more chance of getting events that are going to allow... Okay, see, this is perfect. This is perfect. This is the ideal situation. He just gave us everything. So now we're going to search. We want counter events. Yep. Do that. No point in this. And then we're just not going to swing. We're just going to end the turn with all this Dawn up. We could drop Charlos here, potentially. But I'm not sure if it's really worth it. You know what? We'll do it just to play it safe. And then we'll pass turn. If we have Charlos on the field, there's like no way he can get through. But it does make our lethal turn a little worse. The only reason I'm not too worried about it is we can just stack Dawn for Nostro. Like stack Dawn everything and just run another Nostro. Okay, so we are going to get hit with Dead Man's Game. We got 3 blockers up, 4 Dawn up. So we're in a situation where this Dead Man's Game is not going to be able to take away all our defensive tools. He could Dead Man's Game again or use Restand Event. That puts us in kind of a tricky spot, but we have enough counter that it really shouldn't be that big of a deal. We just counter event out of this. You get hit with restand. We... honestly, it doesn't really matter that much what we do here. But I will go ahead and just counter out. Just because. And then that's pretty much game right there. Yep, there it is. Okay, and see, this is good that we didn't hit him because we could have hit into that second DMG there. Yeah, so there you go. That's how you kill Zoro. If you go second, it's pretty nice. We've been getting a lot of good luck on going second this little run here we've been having. Alright, we got a game against Ace this time. Sorry if I sound out of breath or anything. I just got back from the gym in between these games. It's actually really late at night. I'm still going because for some reason nobody's like playing Ace on the ranked sim, or I can't find any Ace matches on the ranked sim. So I've been just running games trying to find an Ace match. Not sure what's up with that. We'll keep this hand. We'll grab 10 cost. We'll pitch a Saturn, use leader effect, draw one. So we're going first into this match, which is going to be tough, but we'll see how it works out. He's placing one so that if we swing on him this turn, he gets the ability to draw one. Dummy. What do we pitch here? This is tough. We kind of have everything we want in hand, but I'm going to go ahead and play that. Oh my god, this is awful. If we swing at him now, he's going to draw one, get one from his life, and then draw one next turn. So it'll go up to 9 cards starting his next turn. That's too many options. We can't really allow him to have that many options. So unfortunately, we are just going to have to pass, having done basically nothing this turn, which feels really bad. I'm going to take this life. Okay, we now have the ability to safely swing 6. He won't get the benefit of his leader ability, so he's probably going to need to counter, I would think. Yeah, but then he goes below 6 cards, so that's good for us. We're able to get rid of some of the hand advantage here by doing this. Yep, alright. Not sure why he felt the need to use effect on that instead of just pitching him as a normal 1K. But that's fine. Drop Saturn here. Let's grab an additional event. Put this at the back. Pass like that. Let's go ahead and toss a 2K for that. Okay. He's trying to force out this event so we can't remove what he's about to drop here. I think we really want to hold on to these. So I will give that to him. Oh, okay. He's actually searching. Takes the Whitebeard event, drops Yamato. Huh. Alright. Alright, fair enough. We have the counterplay for this, thankfully. We always want to drop Mars here, pitch Charlos, and then we have the ability to swing 6 at him twice with little to no consequences. He already took the draw off that Yamato, so at this point we actually have the ability to make him go negative in hand a little bit. Or he takes it. That's also fine. In this case, I think we actually want to cycle the Saturn off the field, and we're going to drop Charlo so that we have 2 blockers up. We really need to be very protective about our life in this matchup, because later on it's going to be a whole bunch of 10 costs, 12Ks. Yep, see, here we go. This allows him to draw 2, trash 1, and give all his stuff extra Dawn. So, this is really rough because he's going to put down a bunch of these, wall up, and then have the ability to drop Roger on us. So, as soon as our life goes basically below the number of these 12Ks that are on the field, we become extremely vulnerable. We're going up to 9 this turn, which is not great. We block out of both of these swings. Again, we just have to be very, very protective of life here. I think we definitely want to go ahead and search, grab an event. We'll drop the Shirahoshi to cycle some more events back into the deck. And put a 10 cost back in the deck too. And let's go ahead, tap 3 to drop the Nostro. 7 in hand. I think we're going to want to swing 6 into 4 here twice. Hopefully we get some cards out of hand for this. Yep. This kind of puts him in the position of needing to swing into our board here. So in this case, I think cycling isn't really necessary. Or he can ignore our board. Alright. You want to get events out of me? Fine. He's feeling very confident in his ability to swing because his leader is 8k base. So we're going to get hit with this. We really can't allow ourselves to go below 2 life here though, so we are going to have to double event out. Now, as far as the best move here, I think it's probably to just go ahead and swing 5 into the Marco. Either get a body off of board or force a 2k out of hand. Either way, It feels a lot more efficient than trying to swing into the leader. Okay, he drops Roger. That means he's got another one for sure. We will go ahead and cycle that. Grab an event off of this search. I don't think it's worth using Mars. I think what we're going to want to do is an 8. We will swing 10 into lead and reduce the Marco again. So now it's a 2K. No, so he takes that hit. Not sure why he just did that. All of my stuff is immune to removal. Okay, I think he just straight up misplayed there. Obviously that's fine with us. We can swing 5 into 2 here. We'll get the cards, but we're not in a horrible spot. I think if he tries to play Roger here, we still get out. Another 10 cost. Pitches Jozu. And we're going to have to face down a lot of swings here. Alright. What is he doing? He's trying to resolve the Dawn times 2 effect? Doesn't do anything. So we got our draw off Workery. It draws us into Elders. That's pretty good for us. I'm just going to swing 8. I think we do, unfortunately, have to counter out of this pretty inefficiently by going up to 8 and then using a 2K. And then we'll block out of that. We need to get all the mileage we can out of our blockers while we still have them. Now then. Do we swing at face when we know he has Roger? Probably not. That's a little dangerous. So we're going to swing and reduce this 9-beard here. Okay, got a card from that. We'll again swing 8 into 9-beard here. Just try to tax hand. As much as possible, we gotta just tax hand. We can now cycle this out. And the question is, do we Hoshi here to tax him? I think we still probably want to drop a Hoshi. Tax hand some more. Just be relentless in our hand taxing. Because we pretty much need to finish the game next turn. If we can't kill him next turn, it's going to be really hard to avoid a situation where we end up getting Rogered. Alright, down to 4 in hand. That's good. Now, do we take event here, or do we take another 10 cost? I think we take the event. Again, I feel like if this isn't the turn where we kill, it's very difficult. Or if this isn't the setup for our kill turn, I guess I should say. Next turn would be the turn where we really have to kill him. Okay, so the fact that he didn't pitch a 2K for that makes me feel like he doesn't have a 2K. So I'm going to try to swing 7 into it. Nope. I was definitely wrong there. Okay, so this is pretty bad. We get Rogered here. Now, he could be at 0, so it could be worse. We at least have the ability to block her out. I did not expect him to drop Roger while still having 1 life. You can take this one. Hit with another rusher. This we block. He can't swing that Newgate, or he's dead. I think he probably played this a little too early. He just kind of put himself in a pretty bad situation here. So we need to capitalize on that by swinging as many 8s as possible. Because now the amount that we've taxed his hand, he's only got 1 blocker up. He's not really in a position to defend against all of these 8K swings we're going to put on him. Get out of that, reduce down, but he has to give us 2 cards because it's an 8K swing. He's going to block this. Nope, okay, so he still has 1 more. That's fine. We are going to swing 7 or 6. This gets blocked, and then we have the ability to tap stage and swing for game. Wow, there it is. Really was not expecting to win into Roger, or not into Roger, into Ace going first. I'm tired. It's been a long day. I've been recording this video throughout the whole course of the day, starting on my lunch break, and it's now midnight after I got back from the gym. So I'm sure you've seen my cognition like slowly declining over the course of these matches. I'm not excluding matches that I lost or anything. I really was struggling to just even find an ace matchup. We got lots of weird ones today. Like, you know, a lot of Roger. We got Rayleigh. We got the new Luffy leader, which was my only loss. I actually have a really bad record into that Luffy leader. I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong, but my win rate into that thing is pretty bad. It's actually one of the leaders I'm the most scared of. Other than Ace, which, you know, usually is a really tough matchup. Especially going first. But, hey, we squeaked it out today, so. Alright, that's going to be it for me. I'm done. I'm fried. We played a bunch of matches. Thanks for tuning in. I'm going to probably mess around with some OP13 next time. But, yeah, I'm really enjoying playing Emu. I know people don't like this meta. I understand why. Playing the same 3 decks over and over, it's really repetitive. A lot of people really hate the mirror match. I can understand that. I think if I was playing a lot of regionals and treasure cups and really, really long, grueling tournaments with this deck, I would probably be really, really tired of it and exhausted. But honestly, I've been playing pretty casually this set, and I just have too many other important things going on to be, you know, super focused on playing in big tournaments and stuff. So I'm just enjoying the set for what it is, and frankly, I'm having a great time with it. I know I just posted a video talking all doom and gloom about OP13, but it's more about the long-term implications of how Bandai has been handling the leader design that I'm worried about. And I think I made that clear in that video. But the leader designs themselves, I don't have as much of a problem with as the way that they're treating the old leaders. But hopefully that will change, and I doubt it will, honestly. I'm sure the power creep will continue, but that's my real concern. The set itself, I'm really enjoying for what it is, though. So, thanks for tuning in. We'll have some more gameplay soon. I'm trying to just record more games, put out more videos, and I appreciate anybody who's tuning in. So, yeah, I'll see you next time. Peace.